Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm just chilling in my bed. My hair is wet if you wonder, and I am supposed to read something for tomorrow. Not only something, like a lot. So it's gonna be a long night. But I still wanted to do the video because I don't know. Every time I'm like on my computer, I really want to film a video. And so I'm just gonna tell you a few things and what changed and why I think recovery is so worth it, why all of the pain is so worth it, and maybe what you can gain out of experiencing all of the negative shit. Okay, so let's go. Recovery is very, 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 very demanding. It is such a shit time, to be honest. Like, of course, you will have great moments, happy moments, but most of the time you will just feel a little shit because because every single minute basically you're fighting your one part of your brain, the very strong part of your brain, and you're doing like the opposite that this thing says and the opposite thing of what everyone would say, and you're doing something that's just so scary and something that you're very afraid of, like the consequences, because the consequence is gaining weight, and if you're in recovery you probably are very scared of gaining weight. So yeah, it's just a very, very, very hard time, and trust me, everything that comes after just feels easy compared. And then after some while, like, recovery is so, you feel like it's so long ago that you don't even think about it anymore. For me, it's a little over a year that I kind of like, or maybe let's say like a year that I really feel like I'm 100% recovered. And it already feels like so far away, and I'm just so grateful that I went through it, because in the end, if you think about it, it's a few years that you might feel shitty because of recovery, but then you have so many great years ahead of you. Trust me, it's so worth it. And you might think, oh no, but then I'm like a little thick or fat or whatever, not gonna feel as good. Trust me, if you have the freedom to think about anything but eaty stuff, it's just so much greater than being, I don't know, skinny, but then the whole day obsessing about numbers and food and exercise and blah blah blah. It's just a different lifestyle. So I would really just see it from a very above perspective of like, now I'm kind of sacrificing a few years or some time, but then this time is gonna be short and shitty, yes, or not short. In the moment it will feel very long and like, oh, I have to be so patient until it gets better. But once it gets better, you're like, oh my god, thank god I did it. Yeah. And so why am I telling you that? It's just very important. If you do things that feel very bad, you always have to have hope that it will get better, and you always have to think why you're doing it. I think for me, in my recovery, it was more the thing of, okay, there is a big possibility that everything will be worth it and everything will get better, and that kept me going. But then looking back, I think just telling yourself how you're gonna feel once you're recovered is just the best thing, because you will feel so great. Just imagine just not worrying, just all the worrying gone. That's how it feels for me. I think it's more than just the ED recovery worries that went away, but because I'm so well nourished, and that because I've experienced so much with recovery, so many bad times, and now I'm just generally not someone who worries a lot anymore, which is really great. But yeah, it's just, I want to tell you that there the chance of you feeling so great once you recover is huge. And so please don't give up and keep going. You will just be very, very happy, and yeah, I don't know, it's just a different type of life I could have never imagined. And then I want to say another thing. So I think my next goal for recovery, because I'm very recovered, but I haven't opened up to my boyfriend about it. I don't know why. Like, we talk a lot, but and today I was kind of we were talking about my boobs because I don't know, I'm like myself sometimes shocked at how big they are right now because I'm not used to it. And he was like, oh, but like you've always had them. And I was like, no, sir, no. And then I tried to explain to him that back then I had smaller boobs. And then I kind of I thought to myself, no, I'm not gonna explain to him why it's different. So then I explained that like back then I had normal boobs, and then I was skinnier between like 18, 19, and then they shrank, and then I gained weight, and then they got a lot bigger, and then I kind of like went back to normal, but the boobs stayed, you know what I mean? And I was like, that's why you gained weight. And I was like, are you serious? No, but I mean, it's obvious. I gained fucking, how much did I gain? Like 35 kilos. Obviously, everyone's gonna notice. Or maybe even more than 35, probably like 40? Probably like 40 more or less kilos, which is a lot, really a lot. And so I don't know why it was shocking to me that he would notice that I gained weight. Yeah, but now like I lost it again since a year. Not everything at all, but a part of it. And now I just feel very, very confident in everything. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you that when this is my next goal, kind of to open up to him about recovery. But I don't know why it's so difficult for me. I think really because I feel like he has a hard time understanding it because he's so someone who wouldn't have he probably would have never he has never had to or never worried about something like that because for him it was the opposite. So I'm gonna give you an update whenever I will get the courage to really, because now I kind of like warned him, and I maybe one time I'm gonna mention like, oh, I didn't have my period during some time, and then when the time's ready, I'm gonna really tell him everything, why I didn't get my period, why I was so skinny. For him, it's probably not that skinny, but I'm gonna tell him that like for my body, it was not healthy at all. So yeah. Anyway, oops.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope you have a great start to the week, and I'm now gonna have to, hustle and really read a lot. I think at maybe 11 I can go to sleep.